The ALCS continues today in Baltimore at historic Camden Yards. It's the Orioles and the Athletics. The Athletics won game 1 and 2 by a combined score of 23-0. And they're on their way to history. Baltimore wearing their City Connects today with Urias on the mound, and Reed Hoffman as the first batter hits it to center field, and it is caught out there for out number 1. Luis Arias comes up, and he hits one out to center field as well, able to range underneath and make the catch. 2 gone for Vladdy, who strikes out, so Urias with a 1-2-3 first inning. That'll bring in Nasty Nestor Cortez, who went 6 innings in his first playoff start. Wasn't the greatest start, but not the worst, and he gets Anthony Santander to pop fly it out to center, where Gibbons makes the grab. 1 down for Nick Senzel, and he swings and misses at the 4-seamer, 91 miles an hour up in the corner. And now it's Adley Rutschman batting .231 on his postseason, and he swings and misses on the off-speed pitch. First inning, a perfect inning for both squads. We go to the top of the second. Manuel Tavares with a little grounder to second base. He's thrown out. Jason Gibbons will take a 4-seamer in the zone. He's not happy about it, but he knows it's his fault. Here's Jonathan India lifting one out to left center, and that one's caught as well. Ryan Mountcastle leads off the bottom of the second. He swings and misses at a circle change down low. And then it's Kyle Schwarber batting .192 on his postseason. Shallow left field where Kenny Stevens makes the grab. Joseph Ortiz, no hits yet in his postseason. He's a young prospect player, but this one's just lifted to center, and he's out as well. 2 perfect innings by these teams, and Kenny Stevens keeps it going with a strikeout. Urias doing a great job early, strikes out Soderstrom as well on the circle change down low. And then it's Oscar Gonzalez with a grounder, and he is thrown out at first base. Gunnar Henderson up now. He's only batting .143, and he swings through a 4-seamer up and in on him. That brings up Shane Eaton, batting under 100. This guy can't hit the Mendoza line in the postseason, and that's why he's looking at strikeouts. Here's Taran Vavra. He goes down swinging. Striking out the side is Nasty Nestor, and look at that, all zeros on the board. Into the top of the 4th we go. Reed Hoffman will get the first base hit of the game, only fitting. It's the second time around the lineups. Here's Luis Arias, and it's Hoffman stealing second base quite easily, as he usually does. Arias gets beanballed, and it looks like the Orioles are a little angry about being down 23-0 in this series. Here's Vladimir Guerrero Jr. comes up and takes it out to left field. It is caught out there. What a run and catch. So Manuel Tavares with 2 on, 1 out. He lifts one to center field. This one is going to be caught as well. Reed Hoffman going to tag up, find his way to third, get runners on the corners for Jason Gibbons on the full count. He strikes out. And that gets us through the middle of the 4th. So hits finally, but no runs. Here's Anthony Santander, and this one's going to bloop in center field in front of Jason Gibbons for a cheap, easy hit, but he's going to try to take second, and he is tagged out at second base. A little bit of a mistake there for Santander. Here's Nick Senzel. He lifts it out to center field. Jason Gibbons gets under it. 2 gone. The bottom of the 4th. Here's Adley Rutschman now, and Rutschman takes a called strike 3. He's not happy about that being a strike. There you go, 0-1, 0-1. And we go to the top of the 5th. Jonathan India leads off with a lacing single into center field. That brings up Kenny Stevens, who's going to hit one hard out to the right center field gap, all the way off the bottom of the wall. Stevens gets into second. Jonathan India slides home for the game's first run. Tyler Soderstrom takes a slurve outside, and that'll be ball 4. 2 on, none out for Oscar Gonzalez. Gonzalez takes it out to left field, and that one will be caught. The tag-up attempt over to third by Kenny Stevens is thwarted. He is tagged out, so 2 gone for Reed Hoffman with 1 on, and this one's bouncing over to short. Easy out at second base. We go to the bottom of the 5th. It is 1-0 thanks to Kenny Stevens. We'll be back. And in the bottom of the 5th, it's Ryan Mountcastle leading off full count. He goes down on the cutter down low. Goodbye. Kyle Schwarber now 0 for 1. He goes down. They say he went around on that circle change out of the zone. That brings up Joseph Ortiz. Full counts, and they call that one ball 4. He will draw a walk. 1 on, 2 out for Gunnar Henderson, who sits there looking at the cutter. He goes down, and Oakland retains a 1-0 lead. Max Meyer coming in to pitch in this one. He has not had a lot of luck pitching in this postseason, and Luis RAZE takes it to center. It will fall, and that is a leadoff base hit. So Max Meyer in a little bit of trouble again. Vladdy Jr. comes up and takes it the other way into right center field, all the way up against the wall. Vladdy's going to find his way to second. RAZE going to find his way to the plate. It is 2-0 Athletics. Manuel Tavares now down to first. What a catch at first base for the first out of the inning. Here's Jason Givens, 0 for 2 on his day, but this one looks like it could fall. It is going all the way out to right center, falls and jumps over the wall. Ground rule double and an RBI one at that as India strikes out swinging. So 2 gone for Kenny Stevens with a man on second, and Stevens, same spot he put it last time, right center field all the way up to the wall. Kenny Stevens, due to the dive out there, will find his way to third, and it'll be Bryce Miller in relief of Max Meyer. Miller hasn't had a good postseason either. Tyler Soderstrom will strike out, however, so Miller gets him through there, and it is 4-0. Shane Eaton swings and misses at the cutter down low, bringing up Taron Vavra. Vavra will hit this out to left field. Kenny Stevens underneath. That's 2 gone in the bottom of the 6th. Here's Anthony Santander, 1 for 2, and he strikes out on the cutter right down the old pike. We're through 6 into the top of the 7th. Bryce Miller still in there. Gets Oscar Gonzalez swinging. They'll throw to first and confirm that out. Here's Reed Hoffman. 1 for 3 on the day. He takes ball 4 inside on the slider. That one wasn't even close. So with him on the base pads, you know it's dangerous, but look at this. A rise right into the glove at first and an easy double play. Here's Nick Senzel striking out on the slider low and in. He doesn't like it. Adley Rushman now as Nasty Nestor approaching 112 pitches, and Oscar gets over there in foul territory. 2 gone, and that's when Enyel De Los Santos, who has 3 scoreless postseason innings, comes in and faces Ryan Mountcastle. The base hit up the middle. RAZE could not get there. The pains of having a slower shortstop. Here's Kyle Schwarber, though, and he will just take strike 3 on the fastball up and in, and we are through 7, 4-0. Tyler Wells coming in. He's actually pitched 8 pretty decent innings for Baltimore, at least some of their better innings this postseason. But Vladimir Guerrero Jr. says, not today, buddy. As Vladdy takes it out to center field, it is over the wall. Absolutely no doubt. His 2nd homer of the postseason. Relatively low total for him, but it makes it 5-zip. Here's Manuel Tavares chopping one over to second, and he is thrown out easily, 1 down. Here's Jason Givens. Givens at the plate. He gives this one a ride out to right center field. That one just a little too high to drop, and it's 2 gone. Jonathan India 1 for 3 today. On a full count, he will draw a walk on an inside fastball. So Kenny Stevens, 2 for 3 with a couple of doubles out to right center field. He's going to take this one into left and dump it in front of the left fielder. 2 on, 2 out for Tyler Soderstrom. Soderstrom draws a walk on a circle change down and in, and that loads the bases for Oscar Gonzalez, and Gonzalez rips one into left field. That one will get down. Gonzalez will get to first, and he will have a 2 RBI single, making it 7-zip. Here's Tank Hence. He pitched 1 scoreless inning this postseason for Baltimore, and Reed Hoffman will dribble one down to first base, and they will beat him to the bag. to get us to the bottom of the 8th, where Eniel De Los Santos continues his performance with a walk on a slider inside. Then Gunnar Henderson takes a walk on what should have been a strike. And then Shane Eaton with a dribbler over to Jonathan India, trying to get 2 on this play. They do. 2 out. Runner on third for Taron Vavra to strike out and end the 8th inning. So we go to the 9th, and Felix Bautista comes in for Baltimore. Hasn't had a save opportunity at all, not even close in this series. They're going to put him in, keep him fresh, and Bautista does a nice job covering on that grounder. Here's Vladdy. Vladdy goes down swinging on the slider down low from Bautista. 2 gone. Manuel Tavares end up making some contact with that ball, but it's going out to left, and that is out number 3. We go to the bottom of the 9th, where Michael King will pitch it. He's got 2 1/3 scoreless, hitless innings for him, and he will face Anthony Santander first, and he will beanball him in the leg. So Santander going to first. These teams beanballing each other. Nick Senzel goes down on the slider away to have an 0 for 4 day. Adley Rushman 0 for 3, make it 0 for 4 with a backwards K. Second strikeout for Michael King, and then Ryan Mountcastle swings and misses. So Michael King all 3 outs by way of strikeouts, and it's a 7-0 win for the A's. Nasty Nestor with a wonderful performance. No earned runs, 13 Ks. Kenny Stevens with a double and a triple, 2 RBIs. And we'll move straight into game number 4. Can the A's sweep the series here in Baltimore? And look at this. A combined score of 30-0. And you guys saw it last episode. We're on Hall of Fame pitching and we're Hall of Fame hitting and legend pitching. Griffin Canning taking the hill for the Baltimore Orioles, and Reed Hoffman dribbling it over to second, throwing on to first, and that is 1 down. Here's Luis Arraez, and Arraez takes it out to right field. This one is caught. Now, remember, it's raining. It's going to be hard for balls to carry today, as Vladdy takes it the other way, and this one is one of those that's not going to carry at all. And that's 3 outs. So Luis Patino called upon to do a great job here today. He pitched 6 pretty darn good innings his first outing, and we'll see what he can do here, giving up a leadoff hit to Anthony Santander. Brings up Jackson Holiday right into the glove of Tavares, but he couldn't apply the tag to Santander. So he'll remain at first while Rushman will strike out at the plate. He's had a horrible series. Ryan Mountcastle strikes out as well, and we are through 1 scoreless here in Camden Yards. Jonathan India batting 190 on his postseason 2-2 pitch. India takes it out to left field, and that one will drop in front of the left fielder for a single. Jason Gibbons batting 348 on his postseason. He takes this thing deep out to right field, but like I said, balls will not carry. That is 1 away. Here's Kenny Stevens into right, and this one drops in front of Santander. So 2 on, 1 away for Manuel Tavares. Tavares lifts this thing out to left center field, and that is caught out there in left. Tag up attempt for Jonathan India works out, so runners on the corners for Tyler Soderstrom. Soderstrom takes it out to right field, and that will be the 3rd out. So preventing any runs from coming across, we go to the bottom half, where Kyle Schwarber gets this one past Vladdy Jr., and Kenny Stevens will get over there and get it, make it a single. Gunnar Henderson with a swing and a miss, 1 down. Here's Shane Eaton batting .071. This dribbler over to India for a double play chance is good. That will end the 2nd inning. Here's Oscar Gonzalez, .273 on his postseason. He puts this thing perfectly down in the right center field, and that will get him on with a single. Reed Hoffman now looking to continue it. He takes it straight away center, and unfortunately that one's right in the glove. So 1 down for Luis Arraez, and this one's dribbling up the middle. Look at this, the glove flip back over to first, and a double play ending both halves of that inning. Colton Cowser just sits there looking at the 4-seamer. It's amazing how many backwards Ks the Orioles have drawn. Here's Vladdy throwing on to first, 2 gone. And Anthony Santander will swing and miss at the fastball up. And that will end the 3rd. Scoreless here in Camden Yards in the rain. Here's Vladdy Jr. at the plate. Full count, and Vladdy takes it to straightaway center field. And that one is caught for out number 1. Here's Jonathan India at the plate, and he's jammed. This one's going out to right field, shallow right field, and Mountcastle gets back there, gets that. Here's Jason Givens, 0 for 1 on his day, but he gets this one down in right field with a 2-out single. Maybe a 2-out rally. That's the best you can really hope for here. There's a dribbler over to second by Kenny Stevens, and he is thrown out. Into the bottom of the 4th we go, where Jackson Holliday strikes out to lead off the inning. 6 Ks for Patino. Adley Rushman sits and looks at a circle change. You just can't do that. Ryan Mountcastle takes it to straightaway center field after the 2 strikeouts, and he is the 3rd out. And again, ball's not carrying. Mountcastle could have had a bomb on that one. 7, 8, and 9 hitters coming for the A's. Into the top of the 5th, it's Manuel Tavares, and he laces one into center field, right into the glove, 1 down. Tyler Soderstrom at the plate now. Soderstrom goes the other way, as he does often, but this one carries right into the glove out and left. 2 down for Oscar Gonzalez, and he's jammed. Probably shouldn't have swung at that. Easy catch over at second. We go to the bottom of the 5th. Schwarber. He is called out on strike number 3. So Schwarber goes down. Here's Gunnar Henderson. Just look at that. Right down the pike. You cannot look at those. 9 Ks. Here's Shane Eaton, and make it 10 Ks for Luis Patino through 5 innings. We are still scoreless at Camden Yards. We'll be right back. Here we are in the top of the 6th. Reed Hoffman going to lace this one into center field, and it will be a base hit. So Hoffman on the base paths is dangerous. That is a walk for Luis RAZE. Hoffman was taken off on that one. Didn't need to. So 2 on, nobody away, and Cade Povich is coming in. He's had a rough 7 2/3. And Vladimir Guerrero Jr. takes it over to third base, thrown on to second, and then on to first. 2 gone now, with the leading run 90 feet away, and Jonathan India lifts one out to right field. That one will be caught easily, so runs get prevented. Heck of a job by the Baltimore pitching. Here's Colton Cowser, right back to Luis Patino, and thrown on to first, 1 down. Here's Taran Vavra, and he hits one right up the middle for a base hit, a 1-out single. And that'll bring the top of the order. Anthony Santander, he will strike out on the circle change outside. Then it's Jackson Holliday, and he strikes out. He was going for it, and it hit him. That is insane. End of the 6th inning, still scoreless. Tyler Wells coming in for Baltimore. 8 2/3 to a 6.23 ERA. Not amazing. Here's Jason Givens lifting it out to left field to lead off the top of the 7th, and it is caught. 1 down. Here's Kenny Stevens, 1 for 2 on his day, full count, and he will draw a walk on the 4-seam fastball. So that'll bring up Manuel Tavares. Tavares takes it out to left field, and that one is caught quite easily. So 2 down with 1 on for Tyler Soderstrom. He gets it down in right field. 2 on, 2 out for Oscar Gonzalez. Hits it to center and right into the glove. We go to the bottom half of the 7th. Adley Rushman against Roy McBride. McBride gets the strikeout on the 2-seam fastball. And it'll bring up Ryan Mountcastle and his 0 for 2 self. Make it 0 for 3 on the changeup down low outside the zone. Kyle Schwarber now, 1 for 2 on his day. He swings and misses at the 4-seamer. McBride strikes out the side. We're through 7 at Camden Yards, still scoreless. Who will strike first? Tank Hentz coming into the game, and he's been one of the better relievers, even though he's only had 1 1/3 innings to work. Here's Reed Hoffman coming up to lead off the top of the 8th, and he hits this out to right, and a long run and a nice catch. Here's Luis RAZE with 1 down, a 3-1 pitch. This is a grounder over to second, easy throwaway, 2 gone. Vladimir Guerrero Jr. 0 for 3 today, and Vladdy takes one out to left field. That one isn't coming back, and even in the rain, that sucker carried over the left field wall. 421 feet. He said, nah, we are winning this game. We are sweeping this series, and we'll see if it comes to fruition. His 3rd homer of the postseason. Low-ish total, but you got to remember, we didn't have to play a wild card round this year. Here's Jonathan India, and India will ground this one over to short. It's taken by third baseman and thrown on to first. He is gone. So we go to the bottom of the 8th. Vladdy turns around, gives us the lead, and it's Gunnar Henderson lifting one to center off of Roy McBride for 1 away. Shane Eaton, he's been horrible in this series, and he swings and misses at a four-seamer up and in. 2 gone for Colton Cowser, 0 for 2 today, and this one's right at Vladdy at third base. Easy little lofty throw over to first, and we are through 8. Can the A's hold on and sweep? Darwinzon Hernandez, he's pitched in 2 games, 1 inning total, and a 9 ERA. Not exactly great. Jason Gibbons swings and misses at a high inside four-seamer. Brings up Kenny Stevens, who gets fooled by the sweeping curve. 2 strikeouts for Hernandez. That brings up Tavares, make it 3 strikeouts. They just got to get this throw on to first, and they do. And that'll bring us to the bottom of the 9th. Kids, it is time for Class A. Can he go a perfect 4 for 4 this postseason? We will see. Taran Vavra swinging, hitting. India with some solid flashing of the letter to get the first out. Here is Anthony Santander. He lifts this one out to right. This one's going back there. And that's the one thing about Class A's hard throwing, is it can be hit deep. It's caught at the warning track, though, probably due to the rain. Here's Jackson Holiday, and this one's grounded over to India, thrown on to first, and the Athletics are going to the World Series for the 2nd straight season, as they are the American League champions once again here in 2027. It's going to be time to find out who they play, but first, a little bit of history for you. So, victory margin in sweeps in championship series history, the NLCS, that total is 14 by the 95 Braves and 2019 Nationals. In the ALCS, it's 16 by the 1990 A's. In the World Series, it's 19 by the 07 Red Sox. And this series, the margin of victory was 31, with all 4 wins by way of shutout. 7-0, 16-0, 7-0, and 1-0. The Orioles shut out the Dodgers 3 times in a sweep of the 66 World Series. So that's the kind of history we're talking about. As the A's have won the ALCS, they will be taking on the Philadelphia Phillies in the World Series. I hope you guys are excited as I am for that, as we couldn't close out a 3-0 lead against the Padres last year, but it's a whole new year. It'll be Noah Schultz against Brady Singer to start it all off in game number 1 of the World Series. Get your predictions in the chat. Thank you guys for your incredible support, and thank you channel members for going above and beyond in that support. And in case nobody has told you, I love you, FG fam.